I am back from town. See, I bought the screws. See here? And these are the screws I got. And they fell out of my fan. Here's the old one, okay? And here's the new ones. Yep, you can see them together. Anyway, that's enough about screws. And so let's continue where we left off, which is, let's see, yeah, we're doing this thing right here, which is we're taking equation 3, or whatever, line 3, okay, and multiply by minus 5/7, and then add it to line 2 right here. So that's what we're doing. Yes, so is that right? Yeah, I think so. Equation, so line 3, which one? This one times minus 5/7 and add it to here. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so next term we have to do this one. Okay, this thing has to be multiplied by minus 5/7. So let's use the calculator. So this thing, 9/10 divided by 10 times negative 5/7 minus 5 divided by 7, and then add it to 1/7 plus 1 divided by 7. Okay, so that should be, it says 1/2, and that appears to be correct. Let's see, so this is what? Minus 1/2, sorry. Minus 1/2, never forget the minus sign. And so next we need to take this number to multiply by negative 5/7. Okay, same thing. So try again, 33 divided by 10 times negative 5/7, 5 divided by 7, and then add it to that number right here, 6 plus 6 divided by 7. Okay, so here's what I have. Push equal. That is, what does that say? Negative 3/2, I think it says. Okay, negative 3/2, yep, that is also the correct answer. So this is minus 3/2. Okay, and I hope you can see that. All right, so next, the last one is this thing times that, and then add to 0. So we can do that in my head because there's a 7 here, so 7s cancel out. That is positive, okay, 2 negative signs, so it's positive, 7 cancel out, 1/2, right? 5/10, 1/2. So it's positive 1/2. So this is 1/2. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, it is correct. So we have finally figured out what the inverse is. So what was all this for? All this is for the inverse. Now that we have down diagonal, all ones, 0 everywhere else. Now whatever we have on this side, it has worked out to be the inverse of that right here. Okay, that's what we started with, and that is the inverse. And we're not done yet. Now that we have the inverse, what were we doing? We need to take the inverse and multiply it by the numbers here. Okay, and so that's what I will do. Once you multiply it, the inverse multiplied by these numbers will be equal to the answer of x, y, z. So let me write down all that stuff. So then now that we know that this is A inverse, this part right here forms a matrix called B. Okay, I wrote down B over here as well next to the A inverse because the formula says the x, that is our variable, is going to be A inverse times B in terms of matrix, where big X is the variables x, y, z. Okay, so then so we need to multiply this times this. This thing has to be multiplied by that. And to multiply in matrices, we need to do the row, okay, times the column. And yeah, see? So we'll first take the first row, okay, and multiply it by the first column. Well, it has only one column. So we'll do this times these, okay, with all the the stuff in white sticker, we'll multiply by the stuff in the white sticker. Black multiplied by black, and red multiplied by red. See, like this. And then when we're done with that, we'll do the second row, same thing. This will multiply this way, okay? And the last one, same way. This will multiply this way. And then that will give us, and then we'll add them all up. So let's do that. First, the first row, okay? These three will multiply correspondingly these three, white to white, black to black, red to red. So let's do that. And that would be, I'll stand over here. That would be, let's see. Okay, the first row times the first column, only column. So will be negative, sorry, let's clear that. Negative 1 divided by 10 times 31, okay? That's plus the second half one, negative 7 divided by 10 times negative 6. That's the second one. Plus the third one is positive 3 divided by 10 times 13. Okay, that's not a b, that's 13. I didn't have much space, so times 13, positive 13. And that's that. That equals to 5, I guess. All right, 5 it is. So let's write down the answer. The answer matrix equals to, first number is 5. Next, the next one we will do, let's see, what is, okay. The next one we'll do, I will show it to you again, okay. To multiply matrices, we'll do the second row, okay, will be multiplied by the first column, and the answer will be written down in the second row, first column. Well, there's only one column. So in this case, we'll go like this, okay? The white will multiply by white, black multiplied by black, etc. So let's do that. Let's see, so clear the old one. So we have minus 1 divided by 2 plus negative, what am I talking about? We haven't multiplied yet. Minus 1 but divided by 2 times 31. Times 31, okay? Plus, the next one is negative 3 divided by 2 times negative 6. And then the third one, right? Right. Plus the third one, again, 1 divided by 2 and times 13. Okay, I got minus 3. I should probably check to see if this answer is right. I don't even have the, I'll check it in a little bit. What did I say it was? Minus 3, all right. So minus 3, I mean, it's a nice clean number, so I like it, okay? So we'll keep it for a while and until I find out that it was wrong or something. But anyway, for now, let's keep going. One more row, we have 9 divided by 10 times 31. Right. Plus 33 divided by 10 times negative 6. Plus negative 7 divided by 10 times 13. Okay, I got minus 1. Okay, so I have minus 1. All right, so that is the answer. This answer means is that x equal to 5, y equal to negative 3, and z equals to minus 1. Is that true? Let me check. What problem is this? Okay, I got this one wrong. The answer in the back says this is 0, so I must have done this wrong. Let me do this again. Okay, so that is wrong. Let's see. But my inverse was correct, wasn't it? Let me check the inverses. The second row is minus half, minus 3 halves, 1 half. Yeah, looks correct. So, let me just do it again. Maybe I punched in something wrong. So, oops, sorry. I touched the light. What am I doing? Come on. Oh, the light fell out. Okay. Let's try this again. The second row is minus 1 divided by 2 times 31 plus minus 3 divided by 2 times minus 6, and then, okay, plus 1 half, 1 divided by 2 times 13. 0. This time I got it right. I wonder what I did last time. I think I must have forgotten to type something. Anyway, this answer is actually 0. Okay, so this is 0, and that's that. Okay, so that should be the answer to this extremely tedious problem. It would have been much faster if we had just, I don't know, done something about, just eliminated these two like in the previous section. However, this is still, matrices are very, very important. Okay, and the reason is because the computer can do it really, really well. So what we need to do is just understand how it's done. Okay, once we understand how it's done, we don't ever have to do this again. We just use the calculator to do it. But it is important to at least understand all the processes so that we know what the computer is doing. So that's why we're doing this type of thing. And understand that algebra isn't all about this tedious work, and when you do get, the higher you go, more tedious you get. It doesn't work that way. Okay, this is about as tedious as math gets, in my memory anyway. And you just have to, grind through this, and then life will look much better later. So, and that marks the end of this section.